Hey everybody, I'm just going to do a quick Anima Light run. This isn't going to be a particular speed run or anything like that, it's just the fastest way that I can think of to solo the Anima Lights at that stage there. So you can see I've got my Anima weapon there. What I will be doing actually is using this bow here through most of the dungeon, and then quickly swapping over to the Anima bow at the end just before the final boss. Mainly just because the Anima bow doesn't have the power to one-shot everything in the dungeon yet. So, without further ado, we're going to start up Hawkman hard mode. Now, it doesn't matter whether you swap the weapon when you're sort of going through the dungeon. It really doesn't matter at all. The only thing that's important for getting the light is that you go into the dungeon final boss with your Anima weapon equipped. Now there'll be a lot of times where I could technically do this faster by sprinting, but there are a lot of times where sprinting is actually detrimental. Take for example this guy up here, he's about to be turned into a succubus, turned into a demon. If I ran too fast I wouldn't be able to just tab target and kill him like that. What we're aiming for here is to basically be targeting the claviger here. She's going to drop those tiny keys, I'm going to click for those. Now I am terrible at clicking doors and things like that, so you will see me miss quite a few times there. That's why I'm not a professional speedrunner, because I'm way too inaccurate. I'm also horribly inconsistent too. This is the most annoying part of this dungeon here, is just having to pick up all these keys. I have done this way too many times. Hawkman is perhaps one of the best dungeons that I've found to do this on. Not only is it incredibly quick and easy to solo, there are certain items that almost guaranteed drop from here, which is the mana varnish, which, while not being incredibly expensive, is great for crafters. To make some pretty fun little things. This guy we're just going to retroactively shoot, an arrow through us to get him. It's, the benefits of being a high level bard is that you get to shoot arrows through things, including yourself. Now, you can get incredibly lucky during these ones here and come in with a couple of buffs, like your barrage, as well as having your, I forget the name of it, I'm terrible. You can have that up as well. It's fantastic, it nearly one-shots bosses. It's great to have, but it's not essential. We're sprinting here because we want to get to this guy as fast as possible. There are people travelling behind us, and we want to have time to pick up this key. There we are. Shoot these guys. This is the only really annoying part there, is that we have to actually wait for all of these guys to gather up. Unfortunately, I haven't found any quicker way to do this yet. There are a lot of really awkwardly positioned mobs here. Just going to nail those guys there. Mana Varnish. Yay. So this guy's now untouchable here. We're just going to follow him along to the second boss room. And we are temporarily stopped here. This guy, I mean, bosses present no problem whatsoever. You're just going to melt through these guys, but it's just quite nice if you're able to get them done really quickly. You'll notice I'm picking up gear. Yeah, obviously I could go through this dungeon a lot faster if I'm speedrunning by not picking up the gear. But honestly, the amount of times I've had to do this, it's actually good to trade in the gear afterwards for company seals. Even though it's not much, it all adds up. Now, I could be sprinting through here as well, but there's a very good reason I'm not, because I have to wait for all these mobs. Yes, I can kill them individually, but no, there's so many sort of coming out late from the cages that it's really not worth actually sort of individually killing them. So we just hide in the corner so that they can gather. If we're really unlucky, they'll take ages. Where the hell is that spot? Yep, right, there we are. So we kill all those guys off. They are dead. It'll take a few seconds to die. Cool. Make sure that we've got a weapon. Yep, we do. And now we can just unleash onto this girl here. Excellent, that's our buffs. We'll just nail her now. Wow, dead. Cool. And then we'll just pick up our reward and exit the dungeon. That was a pretty good time. I'm happy with that. You will have to do this a lot to unlock your anima weapons. There are absolutely better and more efficient ways of getting light sphere anima, but soloing, I haven't found a particularly better one than this dungeon here. Anyway, thank you very much.